Hope everybody is safe. I like to continue the previous video which I have drawn about the pentagonal pyramid right now. So, how the pentagonal pyramid has been drawn from the top we have been generated in the previous video. Now we are moving towards how it has been looked in the front view. So everybody knows we can say the object through a naked eye. So from when we see the object through a naked eye, we can able to understand that the top view will look like the previous video, so which I shared earlier. Now I'm moving towards the based on those videos with a height of altitude 50 mm, how it has been transferred into an is a front view. So this has to be carried out in the future videos and how it has to be represented in engineering graphical methods. So as I concerned said, now I like to share the previous topic basic structure. Right, this is how the basic structure has been drawn in the engineering graphics. So from this, as I said earlier, the altitude of altitude or height is about 50 mm. So I have to draw the size of this pentagonal pyramid. Height of front view is 50 mm. So always there is an edge. Before entering into that, I like to name these things as A, B, C, D, E, and this point is an O, which is nothing but an vertex. So from this drawing, I have to take the lines, and this is nothing but an tracing. So I have to make the minimum dimensions in a different color sequence. So I was using the pink color for different sections. So I take this up to this point. Similarly, from this position, I'm taking it. I pass through N and E. Similarly, I am drawing the point from D to the upper portion of imaginary line. Then from the midpoint O to the upper portion. So from this midpoint, the height has to be drawn up to 50 mm. So this will be this side. So then I have to take this line and make into a size of 50. So it becomes darker. And similarly, this is a center line. So I change into a center line. So after center changing, I like to change into normal black color by changing this color. Then I am like to draw from this surface into this point. And similarly, this is nothing but an apex center. So with an altitude of height, this one. So similarly, the joining surface has to be carried below part. Then every part is I am going to click every part and may change into an visible lines of within dimension of 35 mm. So the coloring has to be changed accordingly. Like this, I have to change all the colors which is represent the visible objects. So similarly, the size has to be changed. I am clicking these lines. Every line size is changed into 35 mm. So it will look like this. So next part is marking. So when you look from this portion, that is nothing but then when you look after when you look over the imaginary position, or when you say that I look from this portion. So the visible side is B and the non-visible side is C. So we can set as B dash in bracket A dash. Similarly, this portion will be represented as D dash. This portion will be represented as O dash. Similarly, this portion will be represented when you see from the lower part, the C dash will be seen and E dash will be seen. So this is how the diagram has to be drawn over here. When you any queries, we have to make in dimensional structures. When you there is a two apps like smart dimension and then distance between those. So by using a smart dimension, we can able to trace the direct dimensions of the particular object. Similarly, when I do change identify the size of the altitude is 50. This is how the altitude has been drawn. Similarly, from this standing position, you have to understand it is the 56.14 diameter. It has to be drawn here. So when you see all the sides of pentagonal pyramid, so every side will represent n 30 mm. Similarly, when I have to check that dimensions right or not, with an angle between the two sides is right or not, there is this is set to be an angle between when you check between these two sides. It represents the angle of 1 degree. The 1 degree is nothing but a representative of pentagonal sides. So this is how the entire diagram has to be drawn. Especially this is the simplest structure to this is simplest way to represent a simplest prism and as well as simple pyramid, especially in a pentagon using a solid edge diagram. solid diagram using a 2D software. Hope everybody is understood of basics of how it has to be drawn in this particular area and how it has to be represented and how the dimension has to be taken. So thanks for watching this video. I will catch up in the next video. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.